What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Little Scale Cars YouTube channel. Bit of a different video today, almost like a news video. Even though the news is now old, Hot Wheels and Ferrari are working together once again. Now, most of us I wouldn't say in the know, but quite a few of us did know about this in fall-ish of 2024. But it has now officially been announced as of the end of January. So let's take a quick look at a few of my Hot Wheels Ferraris. And we'll kind of go over them and see which one of these castings could be brought back. And then you, in the comments, will let me know which castings you would like to see brought back. So I have assembled 11 Ferrari castings here. Obviously, there's a whole lot more, but these are just the first 11 that I found on the top of my collection, either getting ready for Flea Market Finds Friday posts on Instagram, or ones that I had already previously posted not too long ago. So with that, let's start over here with the 512M. So this was a main line of the race car. It looks really good, nice and clean. If they were to bring this one back, I do hope that they would do some slightly better tampos and stuff in places. They would definitely not include this nice opening engine bay feature, unless it stayed premium or something like that. I have quite a few of these. I might have every single one. I'm not positive. But one that I don't think really needs to come back. But I definitely wouldn't complain if it came back either. Next up, we have, what is this? Like a 250 Testarossa? Is that what this is called? I don't know. That's what we're going to pretend it's called, just for the fun of it. Now, this one is really, really cool. But it does show its age. Casting's got to be from the early 90s, I would say. I don't think this is one that they should bring back, honestly. It ran its course. It did well. It looks good for what it was for its time period. Not a casting I think that they need to bring back, but if you think differently, let me know down below. Let's mix it up here and move to the 599XX. One of the coolest cars that, or not say coolest, but one of the coolest castings Hot Wheels did with the Ferrari license. They did a really good job with this one. I really don't have any complaints casting-wise. Deco could have been better on a few releases for sure, but it is what it is. I actually am going to say something that's going to get some gasps. Don't bring this casting back. All right? Retool it. Okay? I have every single version of this casting except for the Super Treasure Hunt. I would love it if they retooled this casting into the 599XX Evo. So basically, bring it into the modern age. Keep most of the proportions and everything the same. Just be a little extra wild with it. That would be phenomenal to me. Next up is this 308, the Ferrari 308 turbo casting. Metal on metal. So if it returned, it would almost certainly be a premium release. I do feel like there is a plastic base variant. Not positive. But, yeah. Another casting that definitely shows its age. And I don't think anyone would really complain if they didn't bring it back. There is that 308 GTS casting, though, like with the roof removed, the newer version, probably was being released around the time that Ferrari and Hot Wheels separated. They could bring that casting back for sure. I'd be pumped for that one because I don't have that one at all. There was a blue one and a red one for sure, and I don't have either one of them. But this one in hand, definitely not one that they need to bring back personally. Let's move on to a race car. This is the 333 SP from Ferrari, obviously. Casting has always been one of my favorites. Even when I was a kid, I had a different red one than this one. Probably one that I've already posted on my IG. Kind of had some yellow flames going up the side of it. I now have probably 6 different variants of this casting, I want to say. And one thing is a constant. That rear wing is always messed up. Like, you can heat treat it and it will eventually fix itself, but it seems to over time go back. So, not a casting I would bring back the way it sits now. It's definitely one I would bring back and retool it slightly so that it is a little different. But if they were to bring this one back, I would not have any issues. It's a cool casting, I think, personally. And a really cool race car from, what, the 90s? Let's move on to one of my favorites, the Ferrari FXX. So, very, very cool casting in my opinion. Does have the big wheel in the back, but it still looks good, I think. I want to say every version of this casting. I think I have the Ferrari Racers versions as well. I'm not sure if I have every single one, but I'm pretty sure I do. And I love them all. They're all great. And I would love it if they brought this casting back. Maybe retool it a little bit so it doesn't have that big wheel in the back. But again, big wheel doesn't really bother me that much. A full premium, like they do premiums today, of this car would be super cool, super hype. I would be crazy excited about that. But it's also one that if they didn't bring it back, I wouldn't be crazy upset because I do have so many different variants of it already. Let's go for the F430 Spider next. Definitely a cool casting. I think they pretty much nailed the proportions and everything on this one. Like, maybe they're a touch off, but whew, it looks good, and this bright red looks phenomenal. Definitely a casting that if they brought back, oh, they could do some wonders with it for sure. It's one I don't think they will bring back, but I would not be upset if they did. I have I think 4 different decos. I have the red, I have a black, and I have a white with black stripes, and I have a yellow with black stripes. Definitely one of my favorites, but not one that I realistically see coming back. It is extremely cool, though, and I'm glad that they did make it when they did. Let's stick with the spiders and go with the F355 Spider. This casting is great. Like, it is old, and it shows its age in a lot of places. But if they were to retool it a little bit, I wouldn't say they have to do a lot because the detailing is in the casting. It is there. It is gorgeous. The detailing as far as the tampo work goes, not so high. I think that they could definitely do a better job in the year 2025. If they were to bring this casting back, I would love it. It already has a metal base, so perfect to make it go full premium. Realistically, not one I see them bringing back, though, because there's just too many new Ferraris that they haven't had a chance to tackle. Very nice release, very nice casting. I only have 2 or 3 different versions of it, and it always looks good. Let's keep it in the F355 family, and we'll move to the F355 Challenge. This thing, whew, again, they just hit this one out of the park. This is a car that they did so well, the F355 speaking. This probably is some sort of retool of the other casting, or vice versa. They have to be related to each other because they look so identical. Plastic wing on this one that is see-through, which has always been a little bit odd. But overall, casting-wise, again, the casted-in details are just phenomenal, and they are there. Just could have used a little extra tampo work. Not a one that I think that they would bring back, but if they did, I would not be upset because I think I've only got 3 versions of it. Now let's get to the big 2. These are probably the 2 most sought-after ones that I have brought down right now. Let's start with the Enzo. So this one is the treasure hunt version, I'm pretty sure. We do get the headlight tampos here that most of these castings did not receive. Looks really good. It does have the big wheel in the back, which would probably bother quite a few people, but it doesn't disrupt the overall look, in my opinion. I think it is just an overall very nice casting, especially for how old it is. This is probably like a 2003 or 2004 casting. So for its age, really, really nice. I think that they would probably just do a whole new Enzo casting if they were to bring this car back. But if they wanted to just bring this casting back, I don't really think anyone would really complain or gripe about it too much. Imagine this one in a full premium like they do nowadays with like the paint inside those vents. Oh, it would look so good. I personally don't need this casting to be brought back because I have probably close to 10 versions of it. As you can see, I even have this treasure hunt version. But again, I would love to see it come back. A new generation getting their hands on good Enzos would be very cool. And finally, let's talk about this, the 288 GTO. This one, I really hope they do bring it back. Again, big wheel in the back. Some people are not going to like that. This is the casting, the Ferrari casting that took me forever to actually get. So I had the 5-pack one, but as far as a red version, it took me forever to track one of these down. Finally found one spring of last year in red, and I also got the yellow one for $1. They were loose, but there's no kind of paint chips or anything really on them, so they look super clean, just as if you took them out of the package today. And this one went away right as Ferrari and Hot Wheels lost their collaboration abilities. And it did see some premium releases, but it didn't see premium like we know premium today. And to bring this casting back into the premium fold that we have today would be so cool and epic, and I would love to see it. So that will wrap up what I have right here. Cars that I want to see them make, though. The GT4 Lusco. That is a car I love. There's not really a lot of other versions of it out there, and it's not a car that I would really want to pay more than like a couple bucks for, because while I like it, it's still not one of my favorite Ferraris. I would like to see the 499, the hypercar that has won Le Mans. As of right now, there's a brand making them in resin. They're the only 1/64th examples out there, and they are in resin. So that's a bit of a bummer. I would buy a Hot Wheels version of it, but if I could get like BBR to make it 1/64th, I'd love that even more. But I would take a Hot Wheels in the meantime. That being said, give me a 296 race car as well. That'd be cool. The GT3 car, would love that. Honestly, I don't know much more of what I would want other than that, because I have been kind of focusing on premium brands with Ferrari, because Ferrari is just one of those brands that I really, really love and want to get the nicest examples of that I can. But there are still tons of cars that they have made in the last 10 years that I would really like to see Hot Wheels tackle, see what they can do, because I think it'd be cool. Let me know what you are most looking forward to. And, oh yeah, the F40. We haven't mentioned that one. Wonder if we could see a new casting of that. Maybe of F40 LM, perhaps. Just leaving that out there.